Share screen. Oh God, that was loud. Let's get the ding dong bells off.
You've got a big new website idea and
Oh, what a big one.
instead of taking months to build it,
Quite interesting every time we go on
months to build it.
what was that? Quite interesting every time we go
Months to build it.
what was that?
Quite interesting.
That's better. Every YouTube, if I have a window open on YouTube, it just seems to it opens all my windows and they all start playing at once, which is a bit odd. Let's turn the right. Okay, dog. Still a few more people to come in. Right, let's get going. 80 on the FTSE today, 9 DAX 34. New all-time record highs on S&P, gold, and the Nasdaq. Absolutely flying. If you look at, well, we're not doing shares this morning. Quite interesting to see that Trump failed to sack Lisa Cook on a court ruling of 2-1. Saying that Lisa Cook from the Fed is staying until they actually decide whether Trump has the legal right to actually fire her. So that's gone a bit of a miss. S&P, wow, S&P, that's been absolutely flying, hasn't it? It's been oversold since mid-August at a new all-time record high. Let's put the edge up. Boom, 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 boom. I thought I was putting the edge on. Come on, get your screen on. There we are. We kind of smashed every single target we had. Again, we've got another gap from yesterday. The market come out of the trap. I'll just put the edge back over there. The market came out the trap on Northern European session. This is working very slowly and absolutely shot up early doors and just carried on going up and up and up. And yeah, markets really got a wiggle on. Oh dear, IG's doing the same. We've got gaps in the market again for with the feed from IG. There's still no resolve from version 11. I'll have a chat with you later, Terry. See if we've got a palliative workaround outside of IG to use PRT.
I think I'm nearly there.
You're nearly there. Great
Nearly
stuff.
there.
Great stuff.
Okay.
Just IG have been no use at all. It's basically a fob off. But right, let's get into put a trade out for gold this morning, early doors in the room. And the trade for gold. Yesterday we were talking about this level here breaking out. And I think it was in a one-to-one. I think it was with Terry we were talking about a potential breakout here. And if that happens, there will be an hour, and the market indeed did break out. I put a message in the room last night. I turned all my gold bots off and cashed all my rupees in. And very, very good day with the bots yesterday. I've turned all my bots back on this morning. Just so quick. Yeah, all the bots are back on this morning, back on gold, and I do have get rid of the old targets yesterday. We smashed all the gold targets yesterday completely. New target today is a front run of the BRN at 63.99. I was rather hoping for a pullback first before the market actually took off, but it is taking off. 10 pip stop, 33 pip target. We're going for a 3% trade, or what I'm going for is, as you can see, is a 6% trade. We're going for 73723, and I'll explain where we get that from. How long we've got quite a bit of time here, haven't we? So if we look at an expansive move, 100% expansive move is 73.23. Probably expecting people, especially the Fibbo boys, to be taking out 73.22. So maybe a bit of a front run. I think I did put those targets in the daily edge. For anyone watching, it doesn't have on YouTube, doesn't have a daily edge, need your head read. This is on my website in the links below as well. You can get hold of the daily edge. Tells you exactly what's going on in the market, has gone on in the market, whether we risk on, risk off, all the highlights with links to for further reading, and all the economic events that are going to be happening today and the next day or two moving forward. And yeah, we're looking at what is going on. So gold. Yeah. Oh, this is the 15th. Do you know, it would be best if I opened the 16th, wouldn't it? I'm looking at that and thinking, all those targets have been actually hit. Where's the 16th? The daily edge, 16th. Bonk. Right, let's get the 16th opened. That's looking a bit better, isn't it? I was just looking at the charts today as well with what's going on with the economic calendar, blah 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 blah. Right, gold. So yeah, I think I did put the target in today with 699 over the coming sessions. Right, okay. It's predicated on this bottom holding, of course, but we're on our way now. If anyone's outside of the room and not obviously put all these trades early doors on the Slack room, but if you're not already in, you can see where the expansion runs to, which is 73.23. That would be the target between now and Wednesday at least. 15-minute bar, we're on an hour there, 15-minute bar. As you can see here, beautiful 15-minute bar. By the time I put the message in the room, smash the button, a little bit of a preemptive strike. It wasn't meant to be there, but that was a break of that 15-minute bar there. Stop under the swing lows on the 15-minute. Standard stuff, 15-minute bar takeoff. You're never too late for a good trade, so another 15-minute bar here. If you've not traded that yet, then that is a really good one, to have a go at today. I'm all over gold today. Yesterday, absolutely smashed it. No reason why it won't do the same. Just say hello to the guys on on YouTube. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do on the closing gap today. The reason I'm a bit relaxed about the closing gap is already hit the closing gap this morning. So we need the first 5 minutes of action to see what we are going to do with the FTSE. There's a gap. It hit the early doors this morning in the futures market. So no gap trade unless, did anyone in the room did the early doors gap on the FTSE?
No, I wasn't at the screen at the time, unfortunately.
Right, okay. All right. So let's wind out a little bit and have a look at where we are today. As always, we've got our head target, which would be Camberwell breakout long. And where would I like to see this market buy from? It's quite interesting. The FTSE is the only market that didn't have a pretty good run yesterday. Where's my edge gone? Where's my daily edge gone? I'm trying to try to use smaller amounts of, there we go. The pivot points are here. Yeah, it's the only one that didn't. We had a nice run on the Dow, albeit not very big, but big in points. All-time record high for US 500. Nasdaq put in a really good run after a pullback, and eventually the DAX closing yesterday, which closed nicely eventually. It then run, but the FTSE, bit of a headwind with a strong pound at the moment, and only come it was the poor relation, as it usually is in size movements. All about tech yesterday, moving up and going strong. Tesla 45% up. Things are really moving on the tech side, but there's not much tech in the US in the FTSE 100. So what I'm looking for, the reason we've got this little bullseye here, is this is where I think the market should come down to for us to actually buy. So waiting for that market to come down, and we're going to buy that dip. So we're now into the buy range. I'm just looking now whether we want to do a 0.5% fade in from here, and whether we want to do a call option on the market. I'm just going to quickly get up the calls. So let's have a look at the calls. FTSE daily calls. There's some very cheap. No. I'm just looking at trying to get some calls above that daily pivot. So 92.84, 92.84. If you're interested in getting the calls where we are now, guys, for later in the day, 92.80s, I think, could be a good buy. So I'm going to get the 92.80s around about 12 at the moment. So if you want to buy them, daily calls, 92.80s, and we'll look for a manual trade as well. So 92.80s for around about 12. So we're in there at 12.1. So where do we put our stop here? If we are going to get a bit of a value trade here into this level, we need our stops under these swing lows. So we'd need 32 pip stop and let that rise. So I'm going to put that in, guys. I'm going to put a 32 pip stop, 0.5%, 32 pip stop, 32 pip stop. I will stick that in at 0.5%, and let's just go right into the detail. Just looking at, we can see the rejection pins coming. We're right into my target level, which is starting at 65. It come right to the top. Buy now, guys. I'm going to press the button now. Buy now, buy now. Oops, I'm going to bought twice accidentally, I think, am I? No. So what we're in now with our stops under the previous swing low, under Camarilla breakout short. That's probably good enough. And we're looking for, I'm going to move this up into here. And what I'm looking for now is an uptick for us to get in with a 1% trade. Excuse me. Ideally be a 15-minute bar, but because we've come down to the daily low, we could actually look at using fractals. Our call options are bought for 12 and now 14. So straight into the money on those calls. Did anyone get the calls with me? Anyone?
Yeah, I got it.
Great. So we're looking for those calls to pay us a few rupees out. Hi, Pep. talking about you yesterday, actually. Right, let's have a look. Because we've come off a key area here, I think we could probably drop into 5 minutes and start using fractals. While everyone, there's not many people on this morning, but while you are on, I was having a little chat on a one-to-one with Terry yesterday, and I was saying to him how I prepare, as well as writing the daily edge and getting everything sorted. I've had a few one-to-ones where I look at picturing the whole landscape for the day trade for every particular asset. So what I mean by that is every day I look, with day traders, we want to know what's going to happen within the day. I look at the daily levels, put all my different levels in with Fibonacci retraces, sorting out the cash pivots, sorting out the support and resistance. I then roll it down into the 4 hour, do the same again, then down into the 1 hour, do the same again, then down into where we execute, which is into the 15-minute and below levels. And then look at all the different Fibonacci overlays, all the different pivots, support, resistance, and then we decide what we're going to use, whether we're going to use a walking the dog, a spot resistance trade, a 15-minute bar reversal, a fracker, what time frame on a fracker, to decide which strategy we're going to employ. So the feedback I've got would be very useful if I didn't open the session on that. So what I thought I would do, if people are available on Thursday morning, we'll pick an asset. I think Terry said gold, but it doesn't matter. Any asset is irrelevant. And what we'll do is an open live session, and I will then pick on an asset and we'll do the analysis from a daily all the way down to 15 minutes and below, decide what strategy, depending on how that particular asset is moving in its direction, etc. And then we'll trade it. And then hopefully it'll be interactive. We'll record it as well. I might put it on YouTube. Whether that'll be useful for people on YouTube or not, I really don't know whether they want to see that or not. But is anyone interested in doing that, let's say, Thursday morning after the live session?
Yeah, I'd be really interested in that. Thank you.
Brilliant. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, we've only got a few on that. I'll put the message out in the Slack room for everybody else as well, and we'll do that straight after. Hang on a second. I just have a look at my one-to-one calendars. Make sure we haven't got any. Make sure there's no Thursday. No, free Thursday. Ben Dan. What day is it? It's Tuesday, isn't it? It's got done this afternoon. Yeah, okay. So Thursday we'll do that. We'll do the live session. We'll trade the live session, and then what we'll do is we'll have a coffee break for 15 minutes or so, and then we'll go on. So we'll finish the live session around about 9:15, something like that, and then at 9:30 we'll go straight in, and we'll have an open session. So it might last half an hour, an hour and a half, whatever it takes to drill down, so you can do it for yourself as well in the mornings or at any time of the day. One day all the way down to 5 minutes, and where all the opportunities will be, what strategy is going to be used, and how to do that. Is Paul on? No, he's not. Right, okay. So, right, okay, I don't think he's seen the things that I did yesterday. What I was after is a very interactive one. He's not a new trader, but new to the room from America, and everyone needs a trading plan, or even if you're just beginning, a plan to learn, as well as a plan to trade. So what I've done is, everyone, as I see most plans, they're all pretty vanilla. It's like, these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses. Well, yeah, great. What are you going to do with those strengths? What are you going to do with those weaknesses? So I put a structured plan together for people who want to learn, and the strategies that we've got here. And depending on their skill set, I have an AI tool now that says which strategy you should learn, pulls out the highlights on why you should be learning those, and then looks at your goals and your aims, and then makes those action orientated. So what are you going to do to exploit your strengths? What are you going to do to stop the weaknesses in the market that you might have? So I'll show that in a minute, actually. We'll quickly go through it. So if anyone's interested, there is a vanilla template, but if anyone's interested in have an action orientated plan, then that's great. The other thing that I'm developing as well in setting up an AGI is interactive learning and testing for all the strategies. So what we're going to do is it's a little tool. It's going to have live trading on it, a live asset on it, and it's going to be for about 3/4 of an hour, I think. And within that asset, there will be a trade, and there will be a number of strategies that will come about within that time frame, and it's a test for the trader. So you'll be going live, only you, and you'll be looking at the asset, looking at the candles, and it will test you on how long it takes you to spot the strategy, how long it takes to analyze. It'll track your mouse movements, and will identify what strategies you've identified and where your entries are, where your exits might be, and then what happened in real life. So it's real life data stream. And then it'll give you a score of how well you did on your own, identifying a structured breakdown, implementing the assets. It'll give you a score of 100 areas to improve and everything. You can go back and do it again, but it won't do the same asset. It'll do a different asset, and you've got to start again just to test you in an environment. And hopefully it will be really, really good. Be one of the first AI interactive test tools on a live market. So that's coming soon as well. Whether anyone wants to take the test is a different matter. Right, market's coming down now around to Camarilla breakout short. This is another thing that's, I know a few people in the room that will smile when I whine on about this. We are trading a cash market. Cash markets have pivots. Everyone uses, and professional traders, institutions use pivots. The market bounces off pivots. If you're not using pivots and you are trading a cash market, an index, for instance, you're absolutely flying blind, absolutely mad. If you don't know where the pivots are, you may as well not trade, because all the big boys are using pivots. They will take markets down to pivots, they'll reverse off pivots, and you'll see very distinctive moves within a couple of pips of the pivots. So here, it's called CBOS Camarilla breakout short. That's an R4 Camarilla pivot. Very, very powerful in indices. If you don't have them, you must use them. If you to be a successful trader and a consistent trader in a cash market, we have indicators on the website for pro real time, and I don't think I've gone for Trading View, but they are published every single day anyway on the daily edge. All the key markets, where the pivots are, where the high is, where the low is, where the close, changes from previous days, what the average true range is. So one of the things I'm going to do on Thursday as well is demonstrate the correlation between market moves, the trades you can implement, and the average true range. In other words, the impulsive move. I'll try and remember when I'm going through showing you about impulsive moves, how to measure them accurately and how to use them. In other words, there's no point in going for a trade that has an average true range of 20 pips, let's say. No, going for a target of 20 pips, so an average true range of 10 in an hour, and you've got 1 hour to the close. on average, you've got no chance in hell of hitting that target because the average true range, in other words, the impulsive move, generally is not that great. So you're not going to get there. And people underestimate the power of the average true range. You've got to know what the impulsive moves are. In other words, again, you're flying blind. You are setting targets that the charts just can't cash because you're not understanding the impulsive moves. Very, very important. You probably won't ever hear that on YouTube because most of the YouTubers aren't actual traders. They're video producers, and they do nice flashy videos to keep people's attention, where I do deadpan real trading that's not that interesting to watch, but so powerful, so powerful. Right, I'll go from the orange crowd. What we're looking at here, I got diverted a bit here. So this is where I expect the market to move in this range. We've got 0.5% in, and what we're looking for now is we've gone through the daily level. Let's get down to detail a bit and really see how this market's moved. Come all the way down to resistance point here, and the market's come off. We are trading negatively. That's a 9 EMA. On the 1 minute, it's starting to get a little bit positive. And I think what we can actually do, looking at, I need to go up to the 5 minutes. So if you look at the 5 minute, on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, all the levels, the market is positive. Great. So we should be looking for a long. The price action is not positive. But for identifying price action, whether it's positive or negative, we use a 9 exponential moving average. So at the moment, market is still price bearish on a positive bull move. So if you go to the 4 hours, this is our 200 EMA, which is our guiding high principle for day trading. We're trading above the 200 EMA, and as long as we're above the 200 EMA on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, hopefully, we are very, very bullish. We drop down into the 1 hour, and the 1 hour 200 EMA is here. So if we really want to be belts and braces, and we kind of talked about rule-based training, and was it with you, Terry?
Think so, probably. I
Probably.
don't speak to, do I?
So the rule-based trading here would be we are not going to go long until we're above the 1 hour and the 1 hour and 4 hour 200 EMA. So what we can do is we can draw that in. For people on YouTube, will think this is curious because you tapped into a real trading room. It's trading and training. So what we do is we trade live, but while I'm trading live, I'm also trying to educate's the wrong word, identify all the things that I can see as a professional trader on what you should be looking at as a trader, how to read the market, how to read the candles, what the price action is telling you, and the rules for implementing the strategies. So above this price here, 200 EMA 1 hour, we're looking at 92.59. We want to be looking for a 5 minute fracker going to the top side, or if you're on the 15-minute bar route, then a 15-minute bar. And that's what we're looking for. So let's drop down into the 5 minutes first. 5 minutes. There's a 200 EMA. So we've got I've switched the frackers off at the moment. Let's get rid of this noise for the moment. And this noise. So we've gone within we've gone through the pre-qual, and the reason I set this up is because I looked at the landscape this morning, what was going to happen and where the market was probably going to push through to. We only risked 0.5% because we just do not know whether it's going to go down here or not today. We don't know whether the bulls are going to come straight in because we had a down day slightly with the rest of the world having great news. So we're now above the 200 EMA. Let's turn the frackers on. These are the fractals. These are the ones, of course, that I designed. You can get them for TradingView and you can get them for PRT on the website. So what we're looking for here now is a fractal structure. So we've had that drop fractal breakaway here from the close all the way down to here. Excuse me. We're going to trade longs above this level here for a rebounce. And what we're looking for is some fractal structures. So can I see if I can get my pen to work? Well, no, the pen always does work. It's just me. I'm hopeless at drawing the drawings. What pen shall I use? Highlighter pen, a disappearing pen, not a smart pen. What's a smart pen? I'll just use a normal pen. So what we're looking for here is this market to come up and then pull back and provide a fractal line here, like this, here, like that there. We then want the market to move off. We've got a fractal bottom. We want that fractal bottom to move off like so. And then we want to take a breakout, a direct breakout of this fractal. Now, I'll caveat that. You can see the 9 EMA here. We have bounced off a key area, C-ball. And what we would like to really see is the Aikashi candle. So we've got the top and the bottom here, but we've got the variable close here. Ideally, the close of that candle will close above the 9 EMA. That is a perfect storm for a 5-minute fractal. So that's what we're looking for on the 5-minute fractal side of things. If you're looking for a 15-minute bar, then onto the 15, there's various strategies we can use. We've used a drop trade here. We're going to look at 5-minute fracker. We can use a 15-minute bar reversal. So that 15-minute bar reversal will click in. We've got the orb strategy as well to look at with a breakup of the orb, the opening range. That's a strategy. I'm going to do a video on that as well. I need to do that maybe today, tomorrow. I've not done a video for a while on YouTube. Just to demystify, it was a videos going viral everywhere. Everyone's jumping on the orb strategy, how good it is. It is not a good strategy. And all these guys telling you they're making loads of money, absolute rubbish. I've researched the orb strategy. It's a 60-year-old strategy. It actually works best on not 30 minutes, 1 hour. The 1 hour is actually initial balance trade, not an orb trade. And I developed an algorithm to demonstrate it does not work. It works about 60% of the time. I have now, through the algo, devised the orb 30-minute breakout to include my frackers on it. And it goes from 60% win rate to 87% win rate. And I can demonstrate that. So I'll probably do a video on that. It's on one of the previous slides a couple of weeks ago, I think. That I did that demonstrates do not follow the orb rubbish as devised with 15-minute bars and God knows what else. They do not work consistently enough to actually make you consistent money. You've got to have extra rules in play. And I don't know any pro trader that will actually use the orb strategy as it's written. You've got to modify it. And it's best traded 30-minute breakout using a 1-minute fracker or a 5-minute bar. Now, I'll do something on that. What I'm also going to do is a new 15-minute bar video with all the little nuances on. That's a basic video. That's a basic 15-minute bar. But if you want to get a bit cute and make it really high probable trading, then there are a few of the nuances you need to know and use, like we do in the room. I'll do that video as well. Just got a bit disillusioned with YouTube, to be honest, because most people on YouTube are just like moths. They just flip backward and forward, and I like to help people, but if I'm going to spend my time doing a video to show people, then you look at the stats and people look at it for like 5-10 minutes and then go off, and where you need to look at the whole strategy to understand it. If they're not doing that, then I'll just keep it to my own guys in the trading room. But Ben, oh, hi Ben. Yeah, it's good to talk to you yesterday as well. I don't class you as a YouTuber anymore, mate. You're part of the inner cult. One of the guys that's seen the light actually spotted a real trading room and then joined it. So, oh right, okay. I don't do the sales pitch very much, do I? Not very good. If you are watching this and you do want from YouTube, and it's something, if you do want to learn how to be a trader, a real trader, a consistent trader, and be in a real trading room, give me a shout, and we'll do a Zoom, and I'll take you through what we do, see if you think the rooms are fit, and see if you're a fit for the room, and we can take it from there. So if you are interested, give me a shout on a DM or on comments on the video, and we'll take it from there. So waiting for a 15-minute bar here, aren't we? Yeah, waiting for the 15-minute bar. Right. What else? USD Swiss, we want to go short on that, weren't we, as well, this morning. Let's go and have a look at where we are with that. We're waiting for 15-minute bar or 5-minute fractal. I make no apologies. Real trading is not bish bash bosh and you make a fortune, it all goes away. It's quite nice when it does that quickly with gap trading, but it can be boring. You've got to wait, you've got to be patient, you've got to wait for the setup. You can see we've had a little impulsive move here, which is causing, or will cause, a fractal to appear here, which is quite nice. So when that fractal appears, we've got a fractal base potentially in here. We've got 1 minute 40 seconds for the next candle to go, and that will then form. Actually, don't take my word for it. We'll wait 1 minute 40 seconds, and you can see that fractal form there. But for the moment, we've got the 9 EMA, and we are trading under the 9 EMA. So we are momentum positive, price action negative. Once this fractal forms in 1 minute, we will then have a bar for which to break out of. And ideally in this area here, in this range here, we will spot a new candle, which will be a green Heikin-Ashi candle, and it will close above the 9 EMA without breaking that. Now, you've got to wait for it to be a perfect storm trade. For a fracker, you need to have the market close above the 9 EMA, the candle at 5 minutes close above the 9 EMA. So we're looking at a couple of strategies here. We're looking at a fracker on a 5 minute, or we're looking at a 15-minute bar reversal. The orb again here, it's in 30 seconds. We'll draw that orb in at the moment, and the orb is the opening range for the first 30 minutes. So we'll drop that into 1 minute, and I will get the tops and the bottoms quite quickly on that one while we're waiting for things to happen. 1 second. Tip me orb off again. I'll just put it. It's just an indicator that draws it in for me automatically. So the high of the opening, where are we? So there's the 801. There's the 8 o'clock bar. So there's the top, and the bottom for the first half hour is here. So what we have is an opening range balance first 30 minutes. We are positive, so momentum positive, so really don't want to be trading a break of the opening range to the downside. It might work, probably 50-50 at best. What we do want to do is take a break out of the top. So at 920, 9280 would be an opening balance range, and he'd be heading for 93.04. We really are in the weeds down here at the moment. We do want this market to be trading on 5-minute fracas coming out. That's 15 minutes, 5 minutes here, 5. Right, so 5 minutes. So I'll get rid of this. This is the target that we had. It did exactly what it said on the can. And now what we've got to wait for, can you see here? It's now drawn. That line is now drawn. So trust me, I'm a trader. There we are. There's a fractal break. So what we're looking for, we're not really interested in what's happening at the moment. It needs to come up here before we get interested in putting a 1% trade on. So we'll just kind of put an alert down there. Let's go and have a look at the other things that we specified in the daily edge. So I'm thinking of doing, I think the daily edge, we've got probably 40, 60 people looking at this daily edge. But I think the issue, the daily edge, really is that it's too cheap. So people aren't thinking it's of any value. For anyone who is a trader, you need your bleeding head read if you don't want an edge in the market every single day delivered to your door. Absolutely mad. So I think what I'm going to do in the next month, this is currently £10 a month. If you get it, it's £10 a month and it'll always stay like that. But I think I'm going to either double or triple the price for people outside my trading room to be able to get access to this. And that will really sort out the people that want to trade and people that just want to watch videos. USD Japani, USD Swiss, and that's what we're looking to trade on USD Swiss. So we're looking for a 1-to-1 low target of 7914. Let's go and have a look at where we are with those. Oh, I better look. Is there any comments? Better look. No, everyone's sat on the fence watching the seed on the lawn. No one seems to comment. Right, so with markets coming down, tested CBOS. We expect a bounce off CBOS. So did anyone take that bounce? I'm not going to tell you what trade it is. Can anyone tell me what trade that was?
Yeah, I'm in that CBOS bounce.
Perfect. Yeah, CBOS bounce. So that CBOS bounce is a 10-10. It's a bounce off here, that trade there, and it's a 10 pip target, 10 pip stop. As you probably guess, I miss quite a few of these trades because I'm too busy talking, telling you about things. So there is a 1-to-1 risk reward there. So if the market hits that, then great. Well, who was that who said that? That was that Neil?
Simon.
Simon, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm looking down the list, see who's doing the shouting. Well, not shouting, who's doing the. So that is the we call it the cam trade, and it's a system trade, and it can happen every single day on every single index. So that's a cam trade. If that alert goes off, then Simon's buying lunch. So anyway, so that's a bounce. We're looking for a 10 pip stop, 10 pip target. The reason it's 10 pips is because the average true range hi Stu. Hi Steve. Bounce off CBOS not considered. Absolutely, yes, it's been taken. I don't know how long that comment's been there, but hi Stu. Stu is one of our ex-traders, pointing out that the bounce was there and absolutely spot on. But I'm too busy talking, as per usual. I miss a lot of the trades. It's great that we get the bit of interaction there. So yeah, yes, Stu, if you've done it, fantastic. Good trade. it's not too late to get in for a CBOS bounce, actually, I don't suppose, because we are expecting the market to bounce up. But from a strategy point of view, first trade's always the best. Straight in, bang. We'll get that. Let's see if it works. There'll be alert go off on the CBOS bounce. So we've already gone in on a drop trade, only 0.5% risk. We're waiting for a fractal breakout up here. While we wait for that fractal breakout, the market came down and give us a CBOS trade. So we're waiting for that to happen. Right, let's go back to the edge. Yeah, and some of the guys in the room, like ex-guy Stuart, so hope you're doing well, mate. He actually knows the value of the edge. He's one of our edge subscribers, and absolutely, it's I have difficulty talking about it with the technology that we use to gather all the information. So I have a one bot that gathers all the pivots in the market. I have another bot that goes up to 160 different sites. It scrapes off all the things that have happened overnight and gives me the dozen best bits of information for me as a day trader. It then goes away and actually finds all the economic things that are going to happen or have happened and how that's going to steer what you've done. And then I have another bot that data feeds well over 100 different sites every morning, gets correlation of where them recommendations might be. I then get them, I review them, put my technical overlay and nearly 30 years of experience on it, identify what's probably going to be hit, what's good, what's not. In July, we had one day that lost. In August, we have no days that have lost. And so far in September, we've had no days that have lost. So with that in mind, if you are trading and watching this, you need your head ready if you don't get it for 10 quid a month. So I don't know where I'm going to put it up to, probably 20 or 30 quid a month, something like that. We'll see. But for the people that are already subscribers, it'll stay at £10 a month forever. So yeah. So yeah, thanks to the early subscribers, you get a tenner a month every month. For anyone after the weekend, it's going to be at least 30, not £40 a month. Right, stop waffling. Let's get back. Let's see. Right, so get off, delete. So if you remember, USD Swiss, we've been trading this down for a while. Market's coming down, and then we had a bit of a rise up. And when we were looking at this, kind of decided that it was just going sideways, so we wouldn't have it in our hot sheet, but now it's come back on again. This is the 4-hour, I believe, declining trade for USD Swiss. So actually that's in the edge. I didn't put it in the room. That target, incidentally, was a target we had last week that got hit again, which is quite nice. And today's target, as I put in the edge, was 79.14. And we're heading for that now. So we are over halfway there, going into that target. So what we're going to do now is do a bit of risk management, going to stop to entry, and we'll see how far that will take us. I'll put an alert down there onto the target and see when that clicks off. We should get a 1% trade out of that. USD Japani was the other one that we were looking at. Bugger, that's already gone to the target and gone down. So yeah, just look to sell the strength again. Biggest target is 14,640. All of them done with. Let's get another trade off on that. And yeah, from 4 hours all the way down to 15 minutes, we're trading under 200 EMA. Price action is also negative. The force is with you. Got a 926 cross as well. It doesn't get any better than that. You will never see a shot like that on the market any better than that. We've broken through all the key major resistances, and yeah, this is I wouldn't say it's a fait accompli, but with the Fed, with a weakening dollar and the Fed Reserve, probably 100% chance now of putting in 25 basis point cut. Let's have a look at this Fed tool. So look and see what it actually says. Oh, it's a divvy tool. Fed tool. Yeah, Fed tool. We stick the Fed tool on. Wednesday's getting close. Whatever, 96% chance. It keeps running up and down, but you can see that the view of a 25 basis point cut is just about on the cards. This is just going to come straight through our target. And is anyone in the room interested in this and taking another potential trade or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I was in it yesterday.
yeah, perfect. I would like, so what all right, let's put it in perspective. We've got the 15-minute bar. This is one of the advanced combo trades. 15-minute bar to show the direction and execute. And as soon as we've got the 15-minute, does anyone know what the combo is after the 15? Silence from the floor. Right, it's a 5-minute fracker. So we turn it to 5-minute frackers, turn the fracker on, and now you can see the fractal tool identifying a fractal break. No top yet, but there is a fractal break there to be had. So let's we can wait for this. I'm just keeping an eye on a different screen on the FTSE. Turn that down into 5 minutes. Right, yeah, the market's just sat low at the moment, so that's okay. Right, so let's get rid of some of these painting by numbers. That was a key area to break. So what we're looking for, we've got a frac. So just a heads up looking at structure. So you can see when we come down to this level, the market broke structure. It broke up the top of the fractal coming down. And again, it's done exactly the same here. So markets repeat themselves. Look at that price action there. And we'll more than likely see a very similar case. We've got a break of the top of the fractal observed here. I'll just get rid of that because you can't hardly see it there. And then you'll see the fractal, you'll see the price action roll over, close under the 9 EMA, and then this will more than likely extend out here. And then we take a break of that fracker and we take it down into 14,640. So the fractal, the break is a 5-minute fracker break here. I wish this.
The pullback have to break the top fractal line then?
No, it doesn't have to break the line. What I'm saying is when markets repeat themselves because it's humans that trade and humans just are habitual. So if we just zoom out and put the lines back in, you can see the lines here. So we had a break here. People moved down, took profits, the market bounced, but then went through there. And we'll show you the bounce in the 5 minutes. The market then broke away, but because the markets repeat themselves, one thing you got to be cognizant of is where the market has stopped before. So let's put this in baby blues so you can see here these bottoms here. So from there to here will be quite an interesting area where the market would bounce because people look back and see where the market went. As soon as this breaks away, this whole thing's going to drop because, you know, human nature is, you know, you are looking, where's the air, is there any free fall airspace? You know, we've got something here as well. We can put that in as well. We've got a little bit of previous here, and you can see here the markets bounced off this level before, and it will do it again. They did it again there, and it will do it again, possibly today. Get down into the 5 minutes. So this is the bar where we said people will drop down into the people take profits. The market came down and the market hesitated, pulled up, broke the top of the fractal, having obeyed more or less the fractal rules of using these as reverse stops. It broke up, but then the market was really happy to continue down. The market came down to here, previous soft tissue, as I call it, as you know, which is secondary and tertiary support, bounced off that support, but the market, again, wants to push down. We have a weak dollar. We can test whether the dollar is weak or not. We'll see that movement up here. If I put the Dixie on, you will see the dollar move, be moving up. I keep saying all these things, don't I? And no, that is what should be happening. Whereas, oh, I did do it on can you do it on version 11? I used to do it on version 12. Can you do it on version 12? How do I add on version 12? And on version 11 that we used to use until IG screwed it up, you could do overlays. You could add another object. Tell you what, I'll just put the Dixie up. So the dollar basket should be going up. Dollar basket is DX for Dixie. Dollar basket, there we are. And you'll see the dollar basket going up. So what we're looking at now, this is a dollar basket marked against lots of other currencies. Well, half a dozen. The market moving up here. So the market's moving up, so the dollar is pushing up. So that's why you've seen the dollar strength against the Japanese yen. But as you can see, all hail a falling dollar. The dollar's coming down. As soon as you see a bit of red here, weakness in the dollar, that will be reciprocated in USD Japani turning over as well. So that, let's get down, hasn't reciprocated just yet. We should see some weakness starting to come in, some red candles. So not interested in 1 minute, we're interested in 5 minutes. So we should start seeing this weaken. So what we're looking at is this structure here, very similar to that. And we're looking for a break of here. A soft tissue watch out here and a target down here. So what we're looking at is that to start forming a new fractal top like this. So a new bar like that, and then coming down, whoops, and so on. Start forming these new fractal bottoms. So we're overcooked on the starch. So we'll just put an alert on that. We can come back to that. If we put alert on here, then if the price starts coming down, we'll be alerted for that. Let's just keep on USD Swiss. So you can see on the you could follow the same down, but we're nearly at the full target anyway. We could actually move the stops down to some fractal reversals, just keep adding, locking in profits, and we're just waiting for this to come down and do its thing, really. Screeners, bots, you can see we've got a few. Why is that doing that? Oh, there it is. It should be a little spanner. Let's get this out a little bit so it shorts everything. There we go. This is just showing the perfect setup. This is for anyone doesn't have the 415 guide. Again, it's free. There's links on the Daily Edge to show you how to get it for free. And there'll be links on this video afterwards so you can get it free. But here, perfect setup. It's identifying very, very quickly where the trades might be for going short. So this is a pull-up. Like, look at the bigger picture, and that will confirm it under the 200 EMA. Under the 200 EMA on a 1 hour, this is merely a pullback, and then you drop it into 15 minutes and you look for 15-minute bar reversal. Euro or there's another one there. If you want the perfect long, perfect long in gold setting up. So we're having, all right, robots are on. The 2.3, what's that one? That's the 5-minute frackers have gone straight in, and that's a trade that we set this morning. The pullback has activated the filter for get ready to go long on the next 15-minute bar. Kiwi USD, again, pullbacks, telling you to put that on your swap sheet for pullbacks. If you're into longer term trading, if you want to go along but want the market pull back on a 1 hour basis, we call it our dip along. And then we've got a few things to look at instantly. It's very fast, the way it works. Odd Swissy, market's coming all the way down. It's pulled back on the 15-minute as well. It's pulling into an area. So if this is something on your trading plan that you like to have a look at, then it's not on mine, so I wouldn't trade it. Aussie USD, pullback, no, Aussie Japani again, getting ready. It's bullish, getting ready for a reversal, and odd pound. Again, pound strong. That's going to go back up there. Dip a short. I won't go through them all, just a couple for effect. These are all the potential shorts that you could do. We've got the 4 filter for MTFs, multi-time frame trades. Multi-time trade, where's the 4 filter set up? Wonk. And then we have all the 4 filters here. So there's 9 trades ready to go here. And you can just go through them, and it tells you. So what's this one? Euro. What are we on now? Euro odd. As you can see here, 1 filter, 2 filter, 3 filter, 4. That went long on that candle there. Just pick cable. That went long on that candle there. That candle there. 1 to 2.5 success, and it's still long. 4 filter short. Where's 4 filter? That's 4 filter wrong. 4 filter short. Oh, that's a dipper. 4 filter short. Where's the 4 filter short? 4 filter short there. Wow, there's 11 there. Wow. Right, do indulge myself. Let's just go back. Where's USD Swiss? About to hopefully whack full target. Turn the frackers on. We'll put our stops above the frackers going down. We're now going to move this down to here, top of that fractal here, and just keep locking in the profits. USD Japan, what's that done yet? Right. Okay. So we now have this market may well be topping with a fractal top here, like here. And we're now just patiently waiting. You could actually set the trade up now. So we'll set the trade up now for the people that are watching from outside. If there's anyone left outside, is there? Yeah, as suspected, most people have got attention span of a nut. We're going to take a break of here. Fractal top is 17.4. We're going to round that up to 18. We're going to look at the spread, which is just under one pip at the moment, isn't it? 0.7 of a pip. We'll call it 1, which should be 18. Add another pip for a double tap reversal so we don't get knocked out. That'd be 19. Have we got 19 pips to go to down here? Yes, we have. So we're going to set 19 up as a stop. And maybe, is it 28, was it? So a quick look. And we're just going to set that up now as the bottom there is a fractal break. We'll round that down to half a pip. It's 0.7. We want half the spread, but I think that's probably good enough. We broke the top out here. So now this is irrelevant. We need to make sure that when we trade, the gap, the distance between the top of the fractal and the break is this area here. This is the stop area here to there. And then, so at the moment, it isn't 19. It's we don't want it to go higher than 28, of course, because we want a one-to-one risk reward. We'll take that off, use that alarm there. Let's go and have a look at other things that we're trading. We're waiting for the FTSE to do something. And did the FTSE hit the full target on the... hasn't quite got there yet, has it? I'll get rid of this because it's we've got the target there. That's the line. That's a full profit line. And we're still waiting for this market to, you can see it's come down the glide path. Found a bit of a bottom here around camera breakout short. And we're waiting for it. You can see the fractals are set up walking down. Now there is a fractal here, a low fractal here. Now you could take this, but we're already in, so we don't need to. We want to take a fractal where the 5-minute bar is actually closing above the 9 EMA. So a few of us have got the cam trade on. I have not. I think Simon has. A few in the room might have, and Stu sounds like he's got that on as well. And hitting here, that's the full target, and a 1% trade. Ideally, so there you are. Boom. There's a successful target.
Yeah, mine's just cashed out.
Well done, fella. You're a better trader than me. I missed it. So well done. That was a little tasty trade. That's a system trade, and that one took How will that take? 20 minutes for a 1% trade. Not bad. So what we're looking for here, we're looking for a candle like this one to break above the 9 EMA. Ideally, it'll break the 9 EMA under the fractal. But what we're talking about here is we're making sure we get as much surety as we can. And the reason we're doing that is because we're already at risk by 0.5% anyway. I've gone and got rid of the 200 EMA. Oh, we trade, there it is. I'll just put it in again. Excuse me. There it is. Right, so this candle price action was negative. If this closes above the 9 EMA, we've got momentum negative. The overall direction is positive, and we've got price action positive. All we're waiting for now is a new fractal to break out and be on our way. If using a 5-minute fractal, the other thing is to use a 15-minute bar. So there's a 15-minute bar starting to form. Oh, I forgot the other trading platform, didn't I? Wait a second. Got to trade. What a mob hit. We're in. So went for a 15-minute, ideally a 15-minute bar. Now, this is what we call the 415 reversal. You do not need to have on the advanced system, if you go and look at it in the Learning Center, you do not need this bar, 15-minute bar, to be above the 9 EMA. Can anyone tell me why you don't need it in this instance? Does anyone know? I should stop asking questions because everyone in my room starts disappearing, don't they? Right, the reason you don't need it is because with all the trades, we put a story around it of why it's a good trade. So we're building all the reasons and rationale. The reason we don't need a 15-minute bar to close over the 9 EMA is because it's bounced off a key critical area, which is Camarilla breakout short. That is the concrete floor, if you will. The market's gone bang, hit the floor. It's now demonstrated through a 15-minute bar, so long as it's a flat bottom. If it stays as a flat bottom, then you can take a break of that 15-minute bar to the top side. And it's above the 1 hour 200 EMA. If you want a belts and braces, then the 15-minute bar then has to have closed above the 9 EMA on the 15-minute. So just some little nuances on the trade and for you to understand. So we call it a 15-minute bar on YouTube, and generally in the room we call it a 15-minute bar. It's actually the 415 reversal strategy. Right, so I'll just remember at 9:30 on Thursday we'll have the new word for the day, which is Terry's. Never heard it called landscaping before, and I've been trading 30 years, but you learn everything. So we're going to do some landscaping on Thursday. Right, I did say about the trading plan. Have I got... I'll just show you a quick example of the trading plan that we help draft out for Paul with goals and aims. Right. So, we're the trading plan. which is my goal is, my aim is daily actions leading up from 6 o'clock in the morning right through to the live room here. I'm going to go through it very, very quickly because it's someone else's plan. Core strategies to master in priority. In other words, if you're new to the room, these are the things. So there you are. That's the cam trade. Boom. Master that one. Did it work? Absolutely, yes. Very high probability trade. Dow gap, 15-minute bar reversal. This is what we're trying to set up now. FTSE expiry, which is this Friday, which is a 5-minute trade. Then there's a wall trade, and then there's he's got the bots, the gold bots, and he wants to use the bots as well. So he wants, there is the AI's pulled out the summary, no maximum 75 words of actually reminding you of the gap of the strategy and why you actually are going to use it. Key learning sequence and recommendations, starting with a CAM, and we'll write all this in. Risk rules that you will adopt, those things you hold to be true. Money management, what you're going to do with your money management. Performance tracking, weekly review questions, monthly assessments with me on P&L, emergency protocols. When do you stop chasing a trade? When are you going to give up trading for the day? It's a number of losses and a percentage drawdown, emotional state, economic events, strategy performance deteriorating on the things that you're going to use. When do you actually stop? When you actually are really bad, when is it you are absolutely going to say, no, I've had enough today, and walk away? The support system you've got, a mentor or coach. On this occasion, that would be me, and the trade schedule for doing mentoring sessions with me would be one-to-one. Trading community, who's he going to have, what do they call them, huddles and hangouts in Slack. Education materials he's going to really focus on his support system. But the interesting thing is here, and I always say it's all very vanilla, is, do you know what? These are my goals and these are my aims. That's great. Absolutely, everyone's got aims and goals. But if you don't make it real, they mean absolutely nothing. So if these are your goals, so these are the goals, so these are probably the actions that you actually need to do. So these are if it's your goal, then you need to do something about it. Be a profitable trader. These are the things that I'd suggest to Paul you need to do. And then my aim is blah, 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 making all this profit. And just a little conscience check there. It's great to have aims to make profit, but I'd be very happy if I could make 36,000% a year, because that's what he's asking to try and do. And doing reality checks on what you can do as a consistent trader. And then some concrete actions, those things you hold to be true, that you must follow constantly as a trader. So just showing you those things. If you're interested, guys, in the room, of getting hold of a template like that to make it action focused and help you trade, then please do. I will put it into a template. And greetings from Israel. Greetings. Greetings back. Thanks for watching. So waiting for that 15-minute bar, and then we're waiting for or a 5-minute fracker, whichever comes first. Don't really mind. So cam strategy 1, there's the win level, and the market, it looks like it just might be bobbing around a bit, but we are really going to just be, as a trader, sit on your hands. You don't need to do anything. You need to wait for the market rise. If the market does not rise, you've got a cam trade under your belt. You got 0.5% at risk. And at the moment, it's on a 14-pip drawdown from a 32-pip stop. So you've got 1% in the bag, 0.25% at risk. Quick recap. USD Swiss. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Very close to the target, isn't it, that one? The ultimate target. The big moves have happened. USD Japani. No, not US. No, hold on a second. I've got that wrong. USD Japani, we're looking for a break down from here. USD Swiss, we were, if I rightly remember, I was moving my stop to lock in profits, wasn't I? There. So we've had a profit take. Has it cashed out for profit? Yes, it did. It cashed out at 79.25. So we've actually been nailed for a wee bit of profit. So I'm going to complain, don't like it, but don't like it when we don't make enough money. But we are very close to this target. There are some advanced techniques to trade this on 5 minutes under the 9 EMA guides, as you know, but we'll walk on by on that one. Didn't get full target, but we've got 18 pips. So we got 0.45% out of that. Gold. Bots are on. Oh, more bots are on. That's a version 2.2 version. That is a 2.3 version. That is a max gain and max win. Just to run those, I'll show you what's happening. Can I quickly put one up on trading systems? That's it there, just to show you how it has been running. 15 minutes, need to put a few hundred thousand units in. Beginner, we want that beginning of the year, don't we? Time now. Oh, on to 15. Let's get to 15 minutes first. That would help, wouldn't it? Whoops. First trading day was Thursday, and we'll run that one. I think this has been running at 80-something%. So return 85% on bank on a £2,000 account. Dashboard. Can we just do one? Can we just do, what's a compact report? That's a compact, 85.64% win rate with a 1 to 2.09 risk reward return. And then performance calendar. We're in September, we're 3% up in September, and we're just over 2 weeks in. And this is heading to potentially a 3-figure sum. And this is fire and forget. The new strain of frackers. Right, so in reality, this is where we are at the moment. Again, these are that's the 5-minute frackers. This is the max gain one, and this is max win. That's the one I've just shown you. There. I've got too many working at one go. I can't actually select it, but you can see there. Right, it's just selecting it. So we're in. We're hopefully, you can see there live. Just happened before your eyes. What you can see here is the bots have automatically adjusted. So if they lose the win, 2 of them have, they move their stop to entry plus some win. So if 2 of the bots lose, they win money, and if they win, then they win more. BRN 3699. BRN, I call them big round numbers, 3,700. Psychologically, people take money out on BRNs, big round numbers. So we're going to run it at 1 pip before the BRN manually. The manual trade is there, and our manual stop is here, 10 pips. So we're going to stop to entry guides on this. They are stop to entry on there. So moving stop to entry. So it can't lose. 2% risk, 10% stop. With 6 up, that's 1.2% on the bag now, but we want to go for the full Monty, which is 99. Where's 99? $89. Oh, sorry, where is the target? All right, I've set mine all the way up here, so we'll leave that. I'm going for the big bang. Right, so yeah, right, so I stopped entry. We're completely free, guys. You could take you could take half off if you wanted to at 3,699. Not a problem at all. So live trades, manual trades, all risk-free. 2 of the bots completely risk-free. And I think, where's it? Stop to entry in the code. STE 7 pips. We've gone over the 7 pips now. So if the market tries to reverse, they'll all go stop to entry. So cannot lose, and you're in for a bumper potentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. There's at least 7% on the table there, which could be quite nice. I've taken all the bots off the website now, so I'm just only allowing people inside the training room to benefit from the bots. If people are outside of the training room, then unfortunately they can't get hold of the bots. They're going to have to be inside the training room. Bots are running at roughly 15 to 17% profit per month every month on average, something like that. So doing really, really well. I'm talking away, and I'm not moving the stop to entries on the other things. What a muppet, Steve. Stop to entry. Stop the entries. Right, let's go back and have a look at where we are. We're going to be running off soon, so you can be quite relaxed about gold. Now we've got the 15-minute bagged, then you can see we're probably going to get a reversal around here, which means you could actually put a fracker on as a fractal breakaway on a 5-minute. We could put a fracker on around here to finish this trade off before Wednesday's Federal Reserve announcement. And you could do 5-minute frackers all the way to 3,723, which is the 1 hour expansion target. This is heavily traded by Fibonacci traders. That's the expansion, 100% expansion till the Fibo. So you'd get lots of people heading for 37.23. And then equally, you get lots of people with orders in at 37.22 because that's the front run of the Fibonacci. So that's just what happens with people who run fibs backward and forward. Forex, is there anything with quick recap on that? That's the one that I was managing the risk. We got tagged out for just under 0.5%. That is on a 5-minute bar. If you want to concentrate, won't do it in the room, but we are trading under there. So there is obviously a 5-minute bar trade a 5-minute bar, not a fracker, a 5-minute bar under there. And you stay in the market until the market closes back above the 9 EMA or you hit the target. So that's just a heads up for the room. USD Japan yen. Wow, that has done quite a pullback, hasn't it? Put the fracker on so you can see. So there is a new fractal here, but we would need to see the market trading under the 9 EMA for that fractal to be on. So that could be a fractal break there without a problem. Can move that for an alert above there. So we looked at gold. FTSE's the last thing, isn't it? FTSE's still grubbing sideways. Bit of a shame I didn't do the cam trade, but there we go. Any questions from YouTube or in the room, guys? No?
No, nothing here.
I'll put something in the Slack room on an invite for Thursday for doing the top-down analysis and how all that works. Is there anyone in the YouTube world that would want to see that video? If I see no comments, then I won't post it. If you do want to see it, then I'll stick it on YouTube as well. The other thing as well, Terry, are you available for a quick chat?
Yep, no worries.
After this, right? Okay.
Okay, no worries.
So we'll do a huddle,
Okay.
and I'll get off. So thanks everyone. Oh, Michael B. Yes, please. Well, to Michael, it's going to cost you 500 quid, Mike. To you. Sorry, I'm only joking. I made a bet and I got it wrong. I could have sworn you were from Yorkshire, but never mind. We'll leave it at that. Anyway, thanks, guys. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Good to see you got a sense of humor as well, fella. We love that. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, Steve.
Cheers, Dave.
See you all in the room. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, Mike. How do I turn this off now? I forgot. Where's my buttons gone? I've lost my buttons. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, there we are. Stop the share. Oh, for crying out loud, everyone's gone. Apart from me, I'm still